droplets of blood in the goblet of sauce.
Like not knowing how to die properly.
The deeper I go, the stronger I become, like green heart stilts in vast waters. Like the zinc roof in midday heat, I must bend, reflect and whimper, weak yet incremental like steam to Chinese leaves. Like the babbling straw man to the dissenter, I brutalise my contenders, stripping down fallacies until you are as useful as a paradox to a Western philosopher. Like fractal ink in my crude, I spread my stories across your wall, assuming that you want to know them like a singer man hookering to the moon.
We turn to our poets for the truth and observation, wordplay and criticism, stories and rhythm. It's always a pleasure to see a room full of writers, artists and thinkers, preferably all classes and colours. I would have liked the time to hear answers to audience questions, points that were louder than bombs and rebuttals and robust discussions, but maybe that didn't happen because there's been enough to mull over. We know what needs to be done and the ground is fertile for the doing. It shouldn't be the fifth or sixth of these events without the presence of teachers. Instead of asking of our importance, let us walk importantly. No need to define legacy, just check the children attending your workshop every week. Storytelling starts at home and is ingrained in our psyches. Let the children know the love and the craft and explore our libraries before hearing about art in economy speak. I want to hear more about the House of Leaves and people stripping lead and making tools from their boundaries. I think we all agree that enhanced ebooks will supersede TV before the true souvenirs of our readership. The most interesting part of that discussion was hearing about the surfer farms and the East African conflict, and I will be going home to research it. And staying out of Amazon's hands doesn't have to mean congregating in half-baked rooms, no allocated food, hoarding 20-year-old moods. Please give me a reason to come to an event like this again. Maybe next year we'll give out writer survival kits, including rhinoceros skin. The next time I hear a debate on one of these topics, I would like it to be broadcasted on TED.
Like crosshairs for the moon, my metaphors shoot up like meteors and hit the core with deadly precision. Collapse the veins of your sanity like a heavy addiction. I leave nerve ends tripping over diction, didactic. The tongue of a politician with slick vision and the charisma to match it. My manifesto's passionate but never mixed with violence, because the truth is at its brightest in darkness and at its loudest in silence. And though my Lexus is labelled reckless and my revelation's dirty, I know you'll never understand until you too have journeyed. Like a tear in time's continuum for the sleepless, I've absorbed the oars and laws of life's teachings wisely. So I took the system to school and made their examinations revise me. Demise likely, I came from unworthy roots. They gave me a pen to write my resignation note, but I used their ink to burst through this ink roof. I've been through injustice, so now I persecute evil. Broke the collarbone of arrogance when I drop-kicked his ego. My humility lays the table for these ignorant fools. I break breath for my enemies because I'm filled with the truth.
Before I told you the price of my words, I was hungry to feed you with multicolored stories. Before I invited public critique through ebony spectacles, I wrote purple prose and maroon-tinted poems in neon notebooks for me first, and for you second or third or fourth. As the plots progressed through the khaki peaks of the setup, I struggled against the crimson altitude of conflict. The adjudicator suggested I begin a yellow-bellied descent to work my issues out with characters that are just like me, and confine my resolutions to the smallest shelf of a niche bookstore. I retreat reluctantly, and we resolve here and now to shape third and fourth generation narratives as if authenticity is an exclusive book penned by race.
On a dying star, volatile and transposed. What we thought were signs of religious crop circles. Intricate hoaxes to coax us into visiting black holes to get swallowed like the needle into the deep dark purple. Veins in the elbow like a bullet hole in an eye, destined for death from inception. Like the diamond in the museum stolen in the night, this lucid dreamer is not worth its protection.
My transglobal DNA eliminates pompousness, sowing seeds in the fertile soil of melanin consciousness. Unravel the tales from the body where the concept lives, from the culture of storytellers, oral traditions, and songs and ting. Age-old claims, we gotta do it for the kids. Well then stop slapping on labels and patronizing my shit. Cause I'm not a black writer, I'm not a whack writer, I wanna be that writer, get high on my lyrical crack writer. Piracy is rife, forget a Kindle. I'll download your book as a PDF with the MP3 jingle. These are the days of These are the days of the power being stripped from the publishers, with the repercussions resulting in book sales that punish us. But does that really mean that I should stop writing? Or does that mean I've been blessed and empowered with the weight of a rock titan, smashing open doors, militant entrepreneur, armed with books, firing words when I'm rocking the floor? Too many wishy-washy writers covered in green suds, forgetting the fundamental principle of strategy and just simply being good. Now, just before I leave, I got one more point that's final. Record this, tweet the link, make me viral. Wear your identity.